Sundowns Academy recently wrapped up their first term with a trip to Mokgwase, just outside Rustenburg, to take on the area's combined schools teams in the under 15, 17 and 19 age groups.
We come out to the people. We don't wait for people to come to us. We go to where the people are, and also advertising our brand. And it's a strategy to scout for players, because we might see one or two talented players which we can rope into our academy maybe for next year's intake. And because this we're playing against schools. So with this initiative, maybe also it might revive soccer in schools.
School soccer in Sapula's day was a big thing, attracting large crowds from the local communities to come and show the youth support. Nowadays, it's lost its fan appeal somehow.
It's important to integrate the players into the new system, a new environment. The academy environment is not easy, and a lot of people will think it's a nice life. But being stuck in one residence together every single day without seeing different people can bring the mind under a lot of fatigue. So you refresh the mind a little bit, integrate the players into a new environment, and allow them to feel a little bit more at home and feel a little bit more free.
The Academy Roadshow brought a level of education to Mokgwase, showing the local boys who have dreams of stardom exactly what it takes to be a professional footballer.
It is very, very important for the communities as we work in the poorer communities. Learners are not exposed to the professional soccer, but by Sundowns coming down to the community, these learners will be happy and will even want to play more and express their talents and then improve their quality of playing sports.
I think it's going to have a positive effect. Sundowns is upfront in terms of its development, in terms of soccer. If we can take those skills and give them to these kids, they will at the ultimate end get something that is very positive. It's not easy for any big club to just reach out like this. And your skills is going to be very, very, very enriching to our kids.
For the academy players, it seemed like one-way traffic in their favor. But as always, there's a lesson to be learned by that.
What we always say to the boys, don't allow mediocrity to decrease your level of superiority. Now, when you are superior to the opponents, don't allow yourself to be demotivated or to be motivated by the level of your opponents. A footballer should be motivated by its own objectives and for the direction that it wants to take. So at the end of the day, I think it is important that we learn this mental aspect of making sure that we are motivated by our own objectives, our own goals, our own dreams, and we always maintain the level of superiority.
We won about 8-0, that it doesn't really matter the score, as long as we know that we want to implement things that we do at a training ground. But also you got to build the confidence of your strikers. The more they score goals, even if it's against the weaker opposition, they develop that sense of belief to say he can score goals. And if he takes that into like your more serious matches with that confidence, and obviously you have to train also that technical ability, how to strike the ball, how to be in the right area, you know, all those things. It's easier to practice against a weaker opposition without much resistance, so that we build the confidence of the boys approaching a tougher opposition in the near future.
Two local boys who are from the academy were keen to show their community and their families what they'd learned in their time at the academy.
It's been a pleasure to us. We are looking forward for green pastures for the boys so that they can achieve their dreams. And the more we saw Sundowns into our community, it motivates the players, it motivates the boys.
They are so proud. They are being recognized nationally because we are at the rural of the rural. And if you play for such a big team, it's like you are having an award or medals are being bestowed upon you. And that is why you find them being excited and they want to play for Sundowns at the ultimate end when they grow up.
Very well, man. I'm pleased about the performance. Yeah, it shows there's a lot of work being done there by Sundowns. I was so happy. I was all over the moon. I couldn't believe it. It was really the moment that I could not forget in my life. It was always his dream to see himself playing for professional. I used to watch him playing, but since he go to Sundown, this is my first time to see him playing, and I was really impressed. I even see him wearing the armband. I was so shocked. I was asking him, is this a promotion or what? I'm so happy.
For me, it was a success, and I believe that Sundowns will bring this annually. For you to come here, you're a godsend for me, and I believe that whatever you have, the vision that you have for the country, it's really enriching and also positive for us. I visited Klerksdorp 2 years back, and I could see some of the kids that are playing in your team here. You've scouted them there at Klerksdorp. I believe that you don't do it only for us, you do it for the whole country.
After the games, the boys were treated to a game drive. For many, it was the first time they'd been this close to some of the big five. But once again in this, the coaches had a lesson for their yearlings.
The world that we live in is very similar to how the mammals and the animals live out there. And this is important because outside there, it's more like brotherhood. And it is important to see how all these animals look after each other and how they help each other to survive. There's this food chain and this element of let's look after each other, let's feed each other. Because this is the sort of profile that we want from our players. A profile that allows the players to make sure that at Sundowns, you are united. You've got a spirit of brotherhood. And this we can only learn from watching and looking, especially from these animals.